Emotions on, use and fire before the dawn. Headlines drop and the stories roll. Start your day with the morning roll. The morning roll. The morning roll.
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's Ryder, and welcome back to the Morning Roll, your daily hit of everything going down in the world of online betting and casino. We got a lot to cover today, so let's not waste any time. All right, let's start with a warning that's hotter than a March Madness buzzer beater. March Madness isn't just prime time for college hoops. It's also peak season for scammers, according to Kevin Gottschalk, CEO of Arcos Labs. And trust me, these scammers are getting creative. They're rolling out fake sportsbook sites that look almost identical to the real deal, using social media and flashy ads to pull people in. They promise sweeteners like risk-free bets or money-back guarantees. But the second you try to cash out, poof. Your money's gone faster than a busted bracket. And it's not just the sports books. Ticket scams are taking off too. People think they're buying seats to the Sweet 16 only to find out they just dropped a couple $100 on nothing. They end up watching the game at home, on the couch. The Better Business Bureau's throwing up a full-court press, telling folks to stick to the big names. You know, the ones with real licenses and real protections. And here's what's making it worse. Some of these scams are pushing crypto payments, and once you send that crypto over, forget it. You're never seeing that money again. Now, if that ain't enough of a reason to stay away from shady sites, here's what's happening in Michigan. The Michigan Gaming Control Board just shut down 10 offshore casino sites that were operating illegally in the state. These platforms weren't just breaking the rules, they were putting consumers at risk. No oversight, no guarantees, just a roll of the dice with your money. The MGCB's taking a hard stance to protect Michigan residents from these rogue operators, and they're making sure anyone thinking about betting offshore gets the message. And Indiana, they're not messing around either. The Attorney General's office and the Gaming Commission just dropped a warning about illegal gambling ads. These ads, they're slick, they're flashy, and they're convincing enough to make people think they're legit. Indiana's pushing the message loud and clear. If it's not licensed, don't touch it, and they're taking steps to crack down on these illegal ads and keep unsuspecting bettors from falling into that trap, similar to Michigan. So here's the takeaway. Whether it's shady ads, offshore sites, or straight-up scams, if it ain't licensed and regulated, stay away. All right, moving on to North Carolina, and let me tell you, they are cashing in. 1 year in, and North Carolina pulled in a massive $131 million in tax revenue from sports betting. And that's not chump change. They blew past the original projections of $100 million by a mile. Here's how they did it. North Carolina slaps an 18% tax on gross wagering revenue. With $6.8 billion in total bets placed and $729 million in gross revenue from their 8 operators, it's no wonder they're smiling. But how does North Carolina stack up against other states? Well, it's holding its own. But let's not get it twisted. New York's the kingpin. With a 51% tax rate, New York pulled in over $800 million last year, leading the nation by a mile. South Dakota? Yeah, they're barely breaking 6 figures. Shows you just how much tax rates and market size change the game. Now let's talk drama. Jeff Molina, 3 years on ice. UFC flyweight. Jeff Molina just got hit with a 3-year suspension from the Nevada Athletic Commission, and it's all tied to a betting scandal. This all started with suspicious betting activity on a fight between Molina's teammate Derek Minner and Shailan Nuerdanbika in 2022. Turns out Minner came into the fight injured, and the lines moved wildly before the fight. So yeah, red flags everywhere. Molina's not going down without a fight, though. He's calling out the double standard, pointing fingers at bigger names like Conor McGregor, who openly bet on fights without getting hit. But 3 years? That's a serious benching. And the UFC? They've banned him permanently. This ain't just about Molina, it's part of a bigger crackdown. The UFC's had to tighten the screws on betting after multiple incidents raised questions about fight integrity. And with sports betting blowing up, expect more eyes on these athletes and what they're betting on. Switching gears, BetMGM's wallet just got a little lighter. The Alcohol and Gaming Commission of Ontario just hit BetMGM with a $110,000 fine for improper marketing practices. What happened? Well, they pushed promos and bonuses in places where they weren't supposed to, like social media and websites that weren't licensed. Ontario's got strict rules about this stuff. Operators can only promote bonuses and inducements within their licensed platforms or direct-to-customer channels. And BetMGM stepped over that line. The AGCO is making sure operators play by the book, keeping responsible gambling at the forefront. BetMGM took the hit and said they'll clean it up, but this is just another sign that regulators in Canada are taking their rules seriously. If you're going to run promos, you better make sure you're coloring inside the lines. Over in the Garden State, they're also putting the focus on problem gambling. New Jersey's using March to shine a light on Problem Gambling Awareness Month. And it's not just lip service. They're rolling out resources to educate the public, promote responsible gambling, and make sure people who need help know where to turn. Jersey's taking this seriously. They know that with more people betting, the risks go up, and they're stepping up to make sure there's a safety net in place. This isn't just about public awareness. It's about making sure the industry grows the right way. And last up, Florida's getting a new operator for their gambling hotline. For years, the Florida Council on Compulsive Gambling has been running the state's 24/7 confidential helpline, 888-ADMIT-IT, helping folks dealing with gambling addiction. But now, looks like a new nonprofit's taking over. Word is that Kindbridge Behavioral Health is going to be running the show. They're a for-profit telehealth company that specializes in online treatment for gambling addiction. And Daniel Umfleet, their CEO, is listed as the principal officer of the new nonprofit taking the reins. Here's the thing. People are watching this move closely. The hotline's been a lifeline for a lot of folks, and there's concern about how this transition's going to go. Will the same level of service stay intact? Will the hotline still be as accessible and effective? Time's going to tell. All right, that's a wrap for today's Morning Roll. If you're digging the show, hit that subscribe button, leave a review, and tell me what stories you want to hear more about. I'm Ryder, and I'll catch you next time. Till then, let's roll.
March rolls in, best get laid. The fake side's out here making you pay. Crypto gone, now you're out of control. Scammers cashing in, taking your role. The house always wins, don't get played. Stick to the rules or you might mislay. Michigan's clean and Indiana's got sight. If it ain't licensed, it ain't alright.